York's #1 news, Channel 7 Eyewitness News, first at 4.
Shift into summer and family fun with ABC-7 at the 2012 Bethpage Air Show at Jones Beach State Park. Get revved up as the world-famous Blue Angels soar high above you. And the precision flying of the Canadian Forces Snowbirds. You'll be thrilled and amazed by aerial stunts while enjoying the beach. Come early Saturday and get a free poster. Join ABC-7 Memorial Day weekend for the 2012 Bethpage Air Show at Jones Beach State Park. Sponsored by Hershey Park, Jeep, and Party City.
Pull on those gardening gloves, and let's see how colorful an afternoon can be. With the Home Depot certified advice to help us expand our palette and prices that keep our budgets firmly rooted, we can mix the right soil with the right ideas and bring even more color to any garden. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. Get Memorial Day savings with 4 bags of Earth-Gro mulch for just $10.
No wonder my Bob's keeps growing. My springtime values just keep popping up. Food prices up. Gas prices up. Furniture prices at other stores up. But not at my Bob's. My Commander reclining sofa and love seat was $9.99 5 years ago.
And it still is. Both pieces with 4 wall hugger recliners.
I'm Bob. My Commander was, is, and if I have any say, always will be only $9.99.
Get yours and you'll be Bobbinized.
Good evening, everyone, at 11 o'clock. It's all you need to know what's going on in your world tonight and what's ahead for tomorrow. Channel 7 Eyewitness News at 11 with Bill Ritter and Sade Bedrenoir. The most watched television station in the nation. You're watching Channel 7, #1 in New York. This is New York's #1 news. Channel 7 Eyewitness News. With Lori Stokes and Ken Rosado. And Bill Evans with the exclusive AccuWeather forecast. Now, Eyewitness News this morning.
Good morning at 6 o'clock, and here's what's happening right now. The big break in a 33-year-old mystery this morning. The suspect, who police say confessed to killing Eitan Pates, will face a judge.
We believe that this is the individual responsible for the crime.
We have new details this morning on how police tracked down their suspect, what he told investigators, and what's next in the missing boy case that captivated a nation.
Good morning, I'm Lori Stokes.
And I'm Ken Rosado. It's Friday, May 25th. We'll have complete Eitan Pates coverage in just a moment, but first...
No more than 7 minutes away from weather and traffic. Amy freezes in for Bill with your AccuWeather forecast.
Laura and Ken, good morning to you. Hello, everybody. This Friday is starting off with a lot of clouds, and we do have some drizzle and showers in the area. 60 degrees at Central Park right now. Mild temperatures to kick off this Friday. Today will actually turn out to be the coolest day of the holiday weekend. We could get a downpour for the early morning drive, so grab your umbrella if you're headed out the door right now. Then enough sun this afternoon for temperatures to get into the 70s. Overall, it is a warm and very humid holiday weekend. Right now, 61 in Teterboro. Newark has 62 degrees. We've got 63 at JFK. And through central Jersey, temperatures are in the low 60s. That's really where we're looking at this round of showers coming in. Out of the north side of Philadelphia, they're pushing through central New Jersey. And I think within the next 45 minutes, these showers will be making their way towards Staten Island, Linden, Elizabeth, New Jersey. Some of those places getting these downpours here within the next 45 minutes. Also, western Long Island, get ready. A round of rain coming your way as well. Here's the planning forecast through the afternoon. A spotty storm can't be ruled out. High of 75 in New York City. All the rest of the AccuWeather 7-day in just a few minutes right now. Debbie Duhame has the latest with your morning drive. Hi, Debbie.
Hi, good morning to you, Amy. Good morning, everybody. Let's go right over to the maps, and I'll tell you what's happening here on the Grand Central Parkway eastbound right by LaGuardia. An accident. Also, the eastbound Newark Bay extension of the New Jersey Turnpike in Jersey City. A collision by 14C. Let's go to the webcam. Here's a look at the inbound Holland Tunnel from the covered roadway approach. You're actually moving okay as you get out toward the tolls. Lincoln just starting to build up slightly. Also at the inbound Georgia, just a minor delay. And let's also look at a camera of Route 4. This is Route 4 eastbound getting out toward the George Washington Bridge. You're still moving smoothly. For Channel 7 Eyewitness News, I'm Debbie Duhame.
Thank you, Debbie. Now on to the Eitan Pates investigation this morning. A suspect will be arraigned on second-degree murder charges. Police say Pedro Hernandez of New Jersey was arrested and confessed to killing a boy who disappeared 33 years ago today. Investigators also say the recent publicity from the case generated a tip that led to this arrest. We have several reports this morning. Lisa Calagrassi has details on Pedro Hernandez, but we're going to start with Marcy Gonzalez and what led to this stunning arrest. Marcy.
Well, Lori, we're told that it was one of the suspect's family members who actually called police. This morning, Hernandez is in police custody, preparing to face a judge.
The New York City Police Department is announcing the arrest of Pedro Hernandez.
This morning marks 33 years to the day that Eitan Pates disappeared on his way to school. Now, 3 decades later, the Pates family and an entire city may be one step closer to justice.
Eitan was waiting for the school bus. Apparently, Mr. Hernandez made a promise of a soda to Eitan and led him down the stairs into the basement where he was choked.
This photograph, which appears on the Inside Edition website, was identified by a neighbor as Pedro Hernandez. He was 19 at the time Eitan disappeared and was working in a bodega. Police say he confessed to the crime. There is a written and signed confession and a 3.5-hour video confession.
He was remorseful, and he seemed to, I think the detectives thought that it was a feeling of relief on his part.
According to investigators, as part of the confession, Hernandez admitted disposing of the body in a plastic bag and placing it in the trash. Police say it's unlikely that they will ever recover Eitan's remains, and they still do not have an exact motive. Hernandez was not questioned in 1979. Over the years, he had apparently given vague clues to those close to him.
Hernandez had told a family member and others that he had, quote, done a bad thing and killed a child in New York.
And all of this comes just 1 month after investigators dug up a basement in Soho searching for Eitan's remains. We'll tell you what that has to do with Hernandez's arrest coming up in the next half hour. We're live in Lower Manhattan. Marcy Gonzalez, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Thank you, Marcy. So who is Pedro Hernandez? We know that he worked in that Soho bodega for about a month in 1979. We also know that he lived in Burlington County in southern New Jersey. Eyewitness News reporter Lisa Calagrassi is live in Soho now with more details on the suspect. Lisa, good morning.
Good morning, Ken. And the bodega where Pedro Hernandez worked is right behind me. This brick building, it's now been replaced by an eyeglass store. He worked here in 1979 for only about a month before he moved on. And over the years, Hernandez told several family members that he had done something bad to a child, but he never mentioned Eitan by name.
There was comments in the years ago that he did something, but I was never told about it.
The Inside Edition website shows a Pedro Hernandez that people in Mapleshade thought of as the perfect neighbor, quiet and low-key. His wife and daughter were silent last night as they fled their home in a town that now sees things differently.
It really, hits home and hits close to my heart, knowing that I lived down the road with a son the same age and I had this murderer living up the block.
His brother-in-law says years ago there was talk that Hernandez had confessed something terrible to some friends and family members. But for decades, there seems to be no trace of the horrible consuming secret that Pedro Hernandez is now telling the world.
I will tell him, why didn't you confess years ago, instead of suffering through all these years and letting this father and mother and those family suffer? Why didn't you do it? Why didn't you confess, at least if you did it?
Now, police plan to re-interview members of Hernandez's family, some of whom still live in this neighborhood. Hernandez himself lived just a few buildings down. His sister still lives here. The suspect's nephew actually said the family has always cooperated with police throughout the years as they've been trying to find out what happened to Eitan Pates. For now, we're live in Soho. Lisa Calagrassi, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Thank you, Lisa. Well, Eitan's parents still live in the same Soho apartment and never changed their phone number. In fact, many of the same people who lived in the neighborhood back in 1979 remain there today. And they remember how the Pates disappearance changed their lives.
You never let your child go out of the house without you again? ever. You walked them to the bus stop and you waited till the bus came, and when you made sure that you were there when the bus came back.
In fact, the case changed the way the nation searched for missing children. Eitan's face was among the first to appear on the side of a milk carton. And after his disappearance, then President Ronald Reagan declared May 25th National Missing Children's Day. We mark that day even now.
What about the previous suspects in the case? For most of the past decade, the investigation focused on Jose Ramos. Ramos is a convicted child molester. He's now behind bars in Pennsylvania. Ramos had been dating Eitan's babysitter in 1979 and has long denied any involvement in this case. Stan Pates had his son declared legally dead in 2001 so he could sue Ramos. 3 years later, a civil judge found Ramos to be responsible for Eitan's death. Our coverage of the Eitan Pates investigation continues at 6:30. We'll hear from the investigator who told Stan Pates about the arrest, and we'll look into how prosecutors can make a case without any forensic evidence.
Other news this morning, there's new video of a sexual predator on the loose in Brooklyn. Shows a man accused of groping a woman in the Park Slope section early Wednesday morning. They say he crept up behind the 22-year-old victim, touched her sexually, and then ran away. Detectives trying to figure out if this case is somehow linked to any other similar incidents in the area last year.
Now, the food poisoning that sickened 150 people at a Buddhist monastery over Mother's Day has been tracked back to a common bacterium. Testing at a state lab in Albany found the bacterium on several food samples from the event. Many victims blamed their illness on sticky rice balls, but the lab found several types of food were contaminated with a bacterium commonly found on the skin and noses of up to 25% of healthy people and animals.
6:09, you're never more than 7 minutes away from weather and traffic, and Amy freezes in for Bill with your accurate forecast. Amy?
Lori, Ken, good morning. This is from the Empire State Building. You can see the roof and the deck there looking out, but you don't see much else. We've got low clouds, visibility is reduced, and it's going to be a murky start. The muggies are with us today, Saturday, Sunday, even into Monday. So for the holiday weekend, it's really going to feel like summer around here for the unofficial start to the summer season. Temperatures in the low 60s right now for Long Island. We currently have really comfortable conditions as far as the temperatures go, but it's also a little muggy, a little soupy out there. So if you go with the short sleeves, you'll get away with that just fine. Be ready for some showers coming through for the morning drive. Right now, we're tracking these that are coming through central New Jersey. I think within the next 45 minutes, they're coming over Elizabeth and Linden, making their way to Staten Island. And then eventually we've got Long Island getting some showers too, western Long Island as well. So some rain early on, and then through the afternoon, once the sun really spikes the heat, we could get another trigger of a shower or thunderstorm this afternoon with a high of 75 in New York City. Coming up, I'll have the rest of the AccuWeather 7-day forecast. Things are looking really good for Memorial Day. Temperatures in the low 80s. We'll talk details coming up in just a few minutes. Right now, though, the latest on the roads with Debbie Duhame. Good morning, Debbie.
Hey, good morning to you, Amy. Good morning, everybody. Let's go right to the maps, and I'll show you the southern state heading through Nassau County, moving okay. It looks like some construction being clear, though, in North Merrick. And also, if you're heading to the LIE getting through Yaphank, it's an accident in the process of being clear, so we'll keep an eye on that one for you as well. 684 southbound by exit 8, it looks like an accident there again. As we head to the southern state moving okay here through Nassau County. Over in North Merrick, some construction in the process of being cleared. Alternate side parking rules are in effect. For Channel 7 Eyewitness News, I'm Debbie Duhame.
All right, Debbie, thank you. Still ahead on Eyewitness News this morning. Air show acrobatics. We'll go back to Republic Airport in East Farmingdale, Long Island for a preview of this weekend's Blue Angels Air Show.
And a wild scene caught on camera. A moose on the loose has animal workers and homeowners scrambling. Details ahead. You just wanted to go catch a movie. Stay with us.
This Eyewitness News weather and traffic report is sponsored by Chevrolet and their award-winning cars, trucks, and crossovers. Visit ChevyDealer.com to find out more.
Guys, come here. I'm calling my old dealership.
Hello, Tam Toyota.
Hi, yeah. Do you guys have any crossovers that offer better highway fuel economy than the Chevy Equinox?
Sorry, sir, we don't.
Oh, well, that's too bad.
Kyle, is that you? Still here, Kyle.
Now, very well-qualified lessees of a 1999 or newer non-GM vehicle can get a 2012 Equinox LS for around $199 per month. Fuel economy based on EPA estimates.
7 Online. Connect with the coverage you count on from New York's #1 news team. Eyewitness News is 7 Online. Breaking news, your complete AccuWeather forecast, and interactive traffic maps to plan your commute. Click, connect, covered. 7 Online.
With so many options to choose from, it's easy to see why so many are drawn to Belgard, the nation's leading brand of pavers.
We began with the RX. Then we turned the page, creating the RX Hybrid. Now we've turned the page again with the all-new RX F-Sport. This is the next chapter for the RX and the next chapter for Lexus. See your New York, New Jersey, Connecticut Lexus dealer.
It's the final week of Ashley Furniture Home Store's Memorial Day event. Get 10, 15, up to 20% off, or up to 60 months, no interest, and no money down. That's right, no money down. Or save up to 20%. Ends Monday only at Ashley Furniture Home Store.
Your rush at Hershey Park, now open. Book our Kids Stay, Play, and Eat Free package today.
If you have a lead on a story, call the Eyewitness News tip line at 1-877-TIP-NEWS or email us at v.investigators@abc.com.
Wheel of Fortune hits the road to Portland, and we've got a steady stream of cash and prizes for these contestants in the greenest city in America. It's all fun and games from Portland. Next Wheel.
Tonight at 7:30.
Right here on ABC7. Well, it is the unofficial start of summer, Memorial Day weekend. All the eyes will be on the skies when the Bethpage Air Show gets underway on Long Island. The Blue Angels are promising some high-flying treats this year. Eyewitness News reporter Anthony Johnson live at Republic Airport in East Farmingdale with a preview. Hey, Anthony.
Hey, Ken. Good morning, everybody. Sitting inside the co-pilot seat in the cockpit of this C-47 cargo plane. My job this morning, make sure that the seatbelt sign goes on. Now, later on Monday, a lot of people will be out here visiting. They'll be able to go up on a real ride in this aircraft. The summer on Long Island really takes off this weekend with the 9th annual Bethpage Air Show. An estimated 350,000 people are expected to pack Jones Beach on Saturday and Sunday. They'll get to see thrilling stunts by some of the best pilots in the business. The planes on display here at Farmingdale's Republic Airport include vintage aircraft, the latest fighter jets, and of course the popular Blue Angels. The team's commanding officer says he hopes the show entertains and inspires.
If we can inspire some young men and women to follow in our footsteps, pursue the military as a career, then we're going to ensure that our Navy and Marine Corps is strong 15 or 20 years from now. And that's very important for us and I think for our country.
And as we've been saying, the Blue Angels will be leaving from Republic Airport. We're just holding and showing you the area. This is where the paratroopers would be sitting, preparing to go out. A lot of these young men in World War II jumping behind enemy lines. 19 years old, they had to realize that 40% of them would not be coming back home. We just wanted to show you this space. There's a fabulous picture inside of the aircraft of the young men sitting there. This is one of the parachute bags right here. Ken and Lori, I'm just going to go ahead and jump on out because this is what you're supposed to do when you're inside this World War II vintage plane. That's the latest slide from Republic Airport. Anthony Johnson, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Be careful, Anthony.
Don't break a toenail. Oh, there he goes. Yeah, don't sprain your ankle. All right, Anthony, thank you.
Wow, that was great.
Wow, I'm impressed. Eyewitness News is proud to be the media sponsor of the Bethpage Air Show. Check out all the action Saturday and Sunday from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Jones Beach State Park. You can also find information at 7 online. Love Anthony, though.
That was good. It is 6:16 and Bill Evans is off. We have Amy Friesen this morning with your AccuWeather forecast. Amy.
Don't do it. Don't do it. You know, being in the back of one of those planes when the paratroopers actually jump out, I don't know how they get the guts up. I don't know how they do that. It's incredible. Pretty impressive. All right, streets are wet outside and temperatures are on the mild side. It's cloudy. We're socked in with the clouds right now across much of the area. Temperatures are in the low 60s and around the boroughs we have 59 for White Plains. Expect the clouds to break through the afternoon and we will get our temperatures in the mid 70s. But we have to get through some showers first that are coming through for the morning drive. So look at this on the radar picture. Already getting through central New Jersey, some showers. They'll continue to push northeastward. That means we'll be seeing places like Elizabeth and Linden getting wet here within the next 30 minutes. And then also we've got another round of showers for western Long Island, Hempstead. You're going to get wet here in the next 30 minutes as well. Some showers move through. On the Futurecast by 5 o'clock this afternoon, we have maybe one stray shower through central New Jersey. It's not a soaker this afternoon, but we can't really rule out the spotty showers. It's just too humid and unsettled. By tomorrow, it's hot. We get an isolated shower thunderstorm. I really think Saturday is the best bet of the entire holiday weekend. Sunday's looking decent, but more clouds than sunshine for sure. For today, drizzle and showers. Some sun breaks take us to 75. Then tomorrow, a mix of sun and clouds, muggy with 85 degrees. And looking at the entire weekend, it is very summer-like. Temperatures trending in the low 80s with humid conditions all weekend long. 83 degrees on Monday. It looks like really a fantastic Memorial Day weekend. Here is the AccuWeather 7-day forecast. It's not flawless, but the best bet is Saturday. Warm and humid on Sunday with temperatures in the low 80s. By Tuesday, we're still real steamy around here. Wednesday and Thursday will feature a front that comes through, cleanses out the atmosphere, and takes our temperatures back to the cool low 70s.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Not bad at all.
Hot and steamy over the Memorial Day weekend. It could go either way, you know. It could go either way. It could be cool or
there you
steamy.
go.
Okay.
Well, what about the roadways now? Because we got a little patchy dampness around. How about that, Debbie Duhame?
Yeah, Ken, you have to take it slowly as you travel around. That's for sure. You do have some wet roads out there. Let's go right to the maps and tell you what's happening on the southern state. Southern state, as you head westbound out by Peninsula Boulevard, it's a collision. You're still seeing some delays on 684 southbound exit 8 in the Croton Falls area with a collision. And over on 70 in Manchester, it's an accident with injuries, so we'll keep an eye on that for you. Let's go out to our webcam of 78. 78 eastbound getting out toward the Garden State Parkway, moving along quite well. An accident in that area just cleared. Now, New Jersey Transit, Metro North, LIRR running on or close to schedule, all providing extra service for you for the getaway weekend for this afternoon. For Channel 7 Eyewitness News, I'm Debbie Duhame.
Thank you, Debbie. A moose on the loose gave police in Canada quite a chase. Perhaps he wanted to just go for a morning run. Well, the moose trotted down a highway and then onto a university campus at a park in St. John's in Newfoundland. And the trip did not last long. Authorities shot it with a tranquilizer dart and then took it away in a trunk. He was later released back into the wild.
All right. 6:20, still ahead on Eyewitness News this morning. Big changes taking effect this weekend on the way the TSA screens passengers at area airports. We're going to tell you whom it will affect, and that is coming up.
Men in Black are back, but will it be enough to vaporize the Avengers from the top spot at the box office this holiday weekend? Sandy Kenyon's up next with his review. Stay with us.
Closed captioning sponsored by Optimum.
Newsies, now nominated for 8 Tony Awards and on everyone's list for Best Musical of the Year. It's the perfect musical for our times. The one show for the dreamer in all of us, Newsies.
They are lovable, but dogs will be dogs, and you end up with a mess all over your vehicle's carpet, unless you have WeatherTech floor liners. WeatherTech liners are laser measured to custom fit and perfectly protect your specific make and model, front, back, even up the sides. Dirt and spills stay in the liner until you wash them away. Order your WeatherTech floor liners at WeatherTech.com or call 1-800-CarMats. Complete protection, completely American made. Order your WeatherTech protection today at WeatherTech.com.
Time is running out to get a Six Flags season pass. Go now for Nitro. Go again for 4 new rides and the all-new Skyscreamer. Buy 4 season passes and get a free season parking pass. Now more affordable with our new easy payment plan. Just 6 payments as low as $11.25 a month. But hurry, price goes up and free parking goes away after May 28th. Go big. Go Six Flags Great Adventure.
We let the party go on.
Save big on the hottest party of the year. This summer, Party City makes it easy and fun with new tropical themes and accessories from 33 cents. Ice cream party surfwear from 99 cents. Plus island-inspired decorations for under $1. Celebrate and save this Memorial Day. Go to partycity.com for your money-saving coupons to save up to $30. And shop our new store on 34th Street across from Penn Station. Party City. Nobody has more summer for less.
I'm more of an absentee Planned Parent. Tuscaloosa? Schenectady. Des Moines. Okay. I can't always be there to weed my petunias. So now we use Miracle-Gro Shake and Feed plus Weed Preventer. It feeds plants and prevents weeds for up to 3 months. So my plants grow bigger, more beautiful, without all the weeds. Guaranteed. With Miracle-Gro Shake and Feed, anyone can have a green thumb. Everyone grows with Miracle-Gro.
I don't do those crazy things anymore. I've got a good job. I bought khakis. The casino dropped the charges.
The Mr. Responsible and other great looks. Now when you buy one pair of glasses, you get another pair free, up to $250 at Pearle Vision.
Thursday, May 31st.
Does the president like to grill?
First Lady Michelle Obama and Rachel are firing up the grill in the White House's backyard.
Look how good this looks.
That's Thursday, May 31st.
Don't miss this special edition of Rachel Ray, only on ABC7. Eyewitness News needs your help to protect our children. Have you seen Sandra? ABC7 and your Tri-State Ford dealers thank you for helping protect our children.
Weather and traffic every 7 minutes. Good morning, everybody. Meteorologist Amy Freeze here with the AccuWeather forecast. We're looking at temperatures in the mid-70s. It's going to be muggy. Can't rule out a shower. So if you're leaving the house right now, grab the umbrella. You'll need it at times today. Saturday and Sunday, low to mid-80s, looking good. But for Memorial Day, can't complain. A high of 83. Temperatures won't cool off until the middle of next week. All much more coming up in our next hour right now, though. Let's get the latest on the roads. Debbie Duhane is following the commute. Good morning, Debbie.
Good morning to you, Amy. Good morning, everybody. Over to the maps we go, heading over to the southern state westbound of Peninsula Boulevard. It's an accident, and 684 southbound exit 8, an accident in the process of being cleared. Alternate side parking rules are in effect for today citywide. For Channel 7 Eyewitness News, I'm Debbie Duhane.
All right, Debbie, thank you. It's 6:24, and this morning new rules are making it easier for some travelers to go through security at our local airports. People 75 and older can leave on their shoes, belts, and jackets during screening. TSA says this age group represents a low threat. Agency is also looking to expedite screening in time for the busy summer travel season. New policy takes effect this weekend at JFK, LaGuardia, and Newark airports.
Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones are back in theaters as Men in Black.
And a third star joins them. Sandy Kenyon's here to explain the course of reviewing the new blockbuster. Hey.
Hi, Lori and Ken. Will Smith earned the wrong sort of headlines last year when residents of Soho complained about the size of his two-decker, 53-foot trailer. The star felt it was necessary to use this ridiculous vehicle for his comfort during the making of Men in Black 3. So I wondered if the movie was worth all that fuss.
Agent J and his cranky partner Agent K are back, but this time the Men in Black are two characters in search of an author, victims of a script rewritten too many times by too many writers, with much meaning lost in a process that took too many years.
What?
15 years after the first movie and a decade since the last one, the job of the Men in Black remains the same.
Our mission is to monitor extraterrestrial activity on Earth.
The task can get messy at times, which is, of course, part of the fun. And there's something comforting about watching these men make our city safer again. But then Tommy Lee Jones disappears from this movie as soon as Will Smith goes time traveling. His character, you see, just shows up one day at work to find his partner is long gone.
There is no K. He's been dead for over 40 years.
Just how that happened was never explained to my satisfaction, but I'm often willing to suspend my disbelief and go along with a certain lack of logic if it looks like I'm going to be entertained.
You want me to jump?
To save his partner, Agent J jumps back in time by jumping off the Chrysler Building and lands back in 1969. where he encounters Kay as a young man, played by Josh Brolin.
Kay, how do you know my name?
Brolin captures the essence of Tommy Lee Jones. He has enough star power to hold his own against Will Smith, and together they meander through an hour's worth of movie before a big finish I actually quite enjoyed.
All right.
Now that climax, just entertaining and satisfying enough to leave me pleasantly entertained, but it came too late after too much talking for me to fully recommend this movie. Is it worth the money? Only if you really have missed Will Smith on the big screen like our own Laurie Stokes.
I really miss Tommy Lee. I mean, I'm sorry, I do, and he's only in there for like a nanominute. Okay.
Thank you, Sandy.
Thank you, Sandy. We're closing in on 6:30 and still ahead on Eyewitness News this morning. A break in the case. A suspect reportedly confesses that he abducted and killed Eitan Page 33 years ago. We have live team coverage on the latest overnight developments.
Shots ring out inside a house in the Hamptons overnight this morning. Police searching for the gunman. Please stay with us.
The Entertainment Report, sponsored by Atlantic City. Do anything, do everything, do AC.
Since 1859, everybody knows the A&P. Our image has been tarnished in the recent history. Customers had lost confidence in us, and I knew that we had to win back this confidence, and we had to do that through a reinvention of our stores. So we've really improved our meat quality, we've improved our produce quality, we've built a new deli, a new bakery, and we're just getting started. If you haven't been in our stores for a while, we welcome you back. Welcome to a better way to shop.
Out there. Range Rover Sport.
There'll be plenty of furniture sales this weekend, but only one that matters, the Lazy Boy Furniture Gallery's Memorial Day sale. You'll find amazing savings throughout the store on a large selection of great-looking sofas, chairs, tables, and more. Just like those other furniture sales, the prices are cheap. Unlike those other sales, the furniture is not. You'll like our special financing too. So hurry in. It's a better furniture sale because it's better furniture. Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries. Live life comfortably.
Dad, look, you can get eggs, bacon, and pancakes for $4.
In my day, you get eggs, bacon, and pancakes. It only cost you $4.
The $4 Everyday Value Slam. One of 4 tasty choices for $4 off the 2468 value menu. Only at Denny's.
They have names like Idle Time Books and Smash Records. And on Small Business Saturday, they remind a nation of the benefits of shopping small. On just one day, 100 million of us joined a movement. And Main Street found its might again. And Main Street found its fight again. And we, the locals, found delight again. That's the power of all of us.
That's the power of all of us.
That's the membership effect of American Express.
Now, New York's #1 news. Channel 7 Eyewitness News this morning.
Good morning. The man who confessed to killing Eitan Page 33 years ago will be arraigned today. I'm Marcy Gonzalez, a live report coming up.
Police are continuing to look into the background of Pedro Hernandez, trying to figure out how he was able to keep this terrible secret for so long. I'm Lisa Calabrasi in Soho. A live report is coming up.
Alicia, thank you. Plus, this weekend marks the unofficial start of summer, and unlike past years, prices at the pump are actually going down for the holiday getaway. And a good Friday morning. It's May the 25th. I'm Ken Rosado.
And I'm Laurie Stokes. You're never more than 7 minutes away from weather and traffic. And Amy Freeze is in for Bill with your accurate forecast.
Lori, Ken, good morning to the both of you. Outside right now it's cloudy and we are looking at some showers moving into the area for the early morning drive, but all in all this holiday weekend will be pretty nice. So pools open, parties on, picnics to go. Here's what we're looking at. Headlines for today. A downpour during the early morning drive can't be ruled out, so grab your umbrella. You may need it at times. And then this afternoon sunshine will take our temperatures into the 70s. Mainly it's going to be warm and humid for the entire holiday weekend. Out on Long Island we have temperatures in the low 60s right now, and these comfortable temperatures will climb into the mid-70s this afternoon, but then we gain another 10 degrees for the rest of the weekend, so we're looking at mid-80s for Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Here are the showers right now that we're looking at, and they're coming in right now through central New Jersey, eventually going to make their way into New York. Long Island has a shower happening there right now, but yeah, you're getting wet in Sayreville and parts of western Long Island right now, getting a few showers moving in. The planning forecast has this rain ending and then the sun coming out this afternoon, but all that does is really spark another shower or thunderstorm, so we'll call it spotty rain at times this afternoon with a high of 75 in New York City. All the rest of the Memorial Day forecast coming up in the 7-day AccuWeather forecast. Right now, Debbie Duhame has the latest on the roads. Hey, Debbie.
Good morning to you, Amy. Good morning, everybody. Let's go right to the maps. I'll tell you what's happening on Route 70 eastbound in Toms River. An accident by Whitesville Road. Problems on the Southern State eastbound up by Peninsula Boulevard with a crash. And the Grand Central eastbound by LaGuardia, an accident being cleared. Alternate side parking rules are in effect for today citywide. And here's the inbound Gowanus heavy traffic getting out toward the split and in through the Brooklyn Bridge. For Channel 7 Eyewitness News, I'm Debbie Duhame.
Thank you, Debbie. And later this morning, the man who police say confessed to killing Eitan Pates will go before a judge in Lower Manhattan. Pedro Hernandez will be arraigned on a second-degree murder charge in a case that has baffled investigators for 33 years. We have several reports. Lisa Calagrassi has reaction from those who know Hernandez, but we begin with Marcy Gonzalez and how investigators tracked him down. Marcy.
Well, Ken, we're told it was a call from a family member that led police to the suspect. And on this, the anniversary of Eitan's disappearance, Hernandez will finally face a judge.
We believe that this is the individual responsible for the crime.
It's a phrase that a family, a city, and an entire nation waited decades to hear. 33 years to the day since Eitan Pates disappeared, this morning a man will be arraigned on a murder charge.
Hernandez confessed to choking Eitan.
The suspect is 51-year-old Pedro Hernandez. This photograph, which appears on the Inside Edition website, was identified by a neighbor as Hernandez. He was 19 at the time of Pates' disappearance and working in a Soho bodega. Eitan was walking to school for the first time that morning. Police say he made it to the bus stop, but Hernandez lured him away with the promise of a soda.
He then led him into the basement of the bodega, choked him there, and disposed of the body by putting it into a plastic bag and placing it into the trash.
The arrest comes just a month after the NYPD and FBI began digging in a basement of another building that Eitan walked past. They were looking for human remains in a cellar where another person of interest once worked. They found nothing there, but apparently the new attention on the case led to a new tip, believed to be from one of Hernandez's family members.
In the years following Eitan's disappearance, Hernandez had told a family member and others that he had, quote, done a bad thing and killed a child in New York.
And Commissioner Ray Kelly says it is likely Eitan's body will never be found. We're live in Lower Manhattan. Marcy Gonzalez, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
All right, Marcy, thank you. The big question now moving forward is how can prosecutors make a case with no DNA, no body, just that confession?
We're hoping that the confession leads to some physical evidence. And that would give us what we need, a corroborating factor that tells us that Mr. Hernandez did tell the truth when he confessed to the killing of Eitan Pates.
Well, police could give him a lie detector test, but that is not admissible in court. Pedro Hernandez was not questioned back in 1979, and police say that he was never really a suspect in the case. After living in Manhattan, and Hernandez eventually moved to Maple Shade in Burlington County, New Jersey. Eyewitness News reporter Lisa Calagrassi is live now in Soho with more details on the suspect. Lisa.
Good morning, Lori. But in 1979, Pedro Hernandez lived in this neighborhood just a few buildings away from the bodega where he worked and where he lured Eitan Pates. Back in 1979, when Eitan Pates disappeared, never to be seen again.
He did the right thing. to confess.
This photo from the Inside Edition website is the quiet Pedro Hernandez that neighbors knew as the nearly invisible man up the street.
His trash would be out, very early in the morning.
He just didn't want to be seen by anybody.
He didn't want to be seen by anyone.
He just wanted to go in and come out.
His brother-in-law says there were whispers that years before, Hernandez had confessed to some friends and family members.
There was comments in the years ago that he did something, but I was never told about it.
At the Mapleshade Street Fair last night, there was disbelief and anger.
It really, hits home and hits close to my heart, knowing that I lived down the road with a son the same age, and I had this murderer living up the block.
Hernandez's wife and daughter left their home last night, ignoring questions. If Jose Lopez could talk to his brother-in-law now, what would he say?
I would tell him, why didn't you confess years ago, instead of suffering through all these years and letting this father and mother and this family suffer? Why didn't you do it? Why didn't you confess, at least if you did it?
And there are still so many questions that remain. Police plan to re-interview many members of Hernandez's family. His sister still lives in this neighborhood. Ironically, Hernandez left this neighborhood 1 month after Eitan disappeared. Now we're live in Soho. Lisa Calabrasi, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Lisa, thank you. As for the Pates family, they learned about this new and stunning development shortly before yesterday's arrest.
Mr. Pates was taken back, a little surprised, and I would say overwhelmed to a degree. He handled the information very well, but we also agreed that we'll speak as the investigation goes further.
Stan and Julie Pates still live in Soho. They have the very same apartment and same phone number. Be sure to stay with Eyewitness News, ABC News, and 7 Online for the very latest on the Eitan Pates case. We will have another update at the end of this broadcast.
Other news now, and police on Long Island are investigating a shooting in the Hamptons. One person was shot at a home on Springs Fireplace Road in the village of Springs. It happened around 8 p.m. last night, and so far no arrests. The shooting victim is now at Stony Brook University Hospital.
Here's something you don't usually hear around Memorial Day weekend. Gas prices are going down. That's especially true in New Jersey. The price of the pump at stations along the Turnpike and Garden State Parkway will drop another 4 cents this morning to $3.59 a gallon. Prices on both toll roads have been in a steady decline this spring. Take a look from the high of $3.80 back on April 20th down to last week's $3.63.
It's 6:39. You're never more than 7 minutes away from weather and traffic. And Amy Freeze is in for Bill with your AccuWeather forecast.
Lori and Ken, good morning to you. Right now we have 60 degrees outside. Clouds are overhead. We've had some drizzle this morning, so streets are damp. And even though the temperatures are mild throughout the morning hours, you may have to contend with some showers. We're tracking some rain right now that's moving through pretty quickly through central New Jersey. It's approaching New York City, so looking close in, you can see that the rain is starting to get into Princess Bay. So Staten Island, you'll be getting wet over the next 30 minutes. And there's also a round of showers out on western Long Island. Hempstead getting some shower activity right now. So you need the umbrella, but you can get away with the short sleeves is the bottom line. Here's the planning forecast for today. The sun will poke its head out and make for our temperatures to get warm in the mid-70s through the afternoon, but a spotty shower can't be ruled out. It's humid and cloudy right through this evening. All the rest of the AccuWeather 7-day forecast, including Memorial Day, coming up in just a few minutes. Right now, Debbie Duhame has the latest on your ride into work.
Thank you so much. Good morning, Amy. Good morning, everybody. Going to the maps, a problem on Route 70 eastbound in Toms River right at Whitesville Road. It's a collision on the island. Problems continue as well on the Southern State. Tappan Zee Bridge speeds are reduced to 45 miles per hour. Again, the Southern State slowing down eastbound at Peninsula Boulevard with a collision. And let's go to our webcam. Here's a look at the Cross Bronx westbound you are building out through the Bronx River Parkway. For Channel 7 Eyewitness News, I'm Debbie Duhame.
Thank you, Debbie. 6:41. Still ahead on Eyewitness News this morning. Another classic New York eatery about to flip its last burger. The details next.
Plus, watch as a great white shark, a winter extreme, links to snatch a fisherman's catch. It's incredible video you have to see to believe. That's coming up.
And a spectacular annual Parliament meeting overseas. What sparked this violent brawl between lawmakers could have you choosing your words next time. The story coming up.
3,000 into the stands. Jeter makes history here today.
Leaders make history. During the Leadership Sales Drive, get a Ford Explorer with 28 miles per gallon for an amazing $289 a month. Best mileage, most value.
Get to your Tri-State Ford dealer.
No wonder my Bob's keeps growing. My springtime values just keep popping up.
Looks expensive.
Inlaid top, easy open with 2 leaves and a stationary base. With 6 chairs, only $9.99.
You'd pay at least twice that just for the table at the hoity-toity store.
The lighted china is only $9.99.
All of it. The whole thing, only $19.98.
I take on the hoity-toity stores and I win.
Get yours and you'll be Bobbinized.
More people are leaving BMW, Mercedes, and Lexus for Audi than ever before. For exceptional values on the Audi A4, visit your local dealer today.
Sargento from Cirque Du Soleil returns for its final year at Radio City Music Hall. Don't miss your last chance to see this global phenomenon. Time Magazine raves it's the show of the summer in the showplace of the nation. And the New York Times says an awe-generating, high-flying acrobatic spectacle. Sargento from Cirque Du Soleil begins June 6th at Radio City Music Hall. Get your tickets at CirqueDuSoleil.com.
Leadership isn't given, it's earned. During the Leadership Sales Drive, get a Ford Escape with up to 28 miles per gallon for an incredible $159 a month. Just $159. Most MPG, best value.
Get to your Tri-State Ford dealer.
We're your eyewitness. In the sky and on the streets. An advocate for your money.
Thank you very much.
And your health. Your voice when politicians aren't listening. Your investigators exposing wrongdoing and waste. Your source for AccuWeather, the most accurate forecast. We're your friends with advice that can help you and your loved ones. And we lend an ear to what's bugging you. Diana Williams, Shade Bedouin-Roy, and New York's #1 news team. Working harder as your eyewitness. On Channel 7 Eyewitness News at 5.
You once barked at an audition?
It's going to be a wild week of Jeopardy.
Go guys, Mo here. Go guys.
Tonight at 7, right here on ABC7.
6:44, Good Morning America is coming up next.
And for a preview, let's go live to Times Square and Josh Elliott. Good morning, Josh.
Good morning to you, Lori and Ken. Of course, Robin, a much-deserved day off, so you'll have to deal with me for the next 30 seconds or so. But we have a lot to get to today, guys. Police documents released overnight in the case of that missing Tucson, Arizona girl, Isabel Celis. They reveal footprints in what appeared to be blood were in fact discovered in and around the family home. Of course, we'll have the full details there. Also, breaking right now, a developing tropical storm off the East Coast that could mean a lot of trouble for travelers this holiday weekend. Of course, your favorite and our Sam with the very latest there. And boy, that waterfall plunge, this kayaker who survived a 189-foot ride down a waterfall, actually taller than Niagara Falls. He tells us why he would do such a thing on purpose. I repeat, on purpose. And of course, if you can't get down to Times Square here in the next hour or so, when you walk out of the studio there, then just hang a right and head to the park because the party begins. Robin Thicke, Ellie Goulding kicking off the summer concert series in style, and it is all next in a few moments right here on Good Morning America.
We love it.
You got heavy hitters there. All right. Thank you, Josh. Have a good weekend.
Yes.
You bet. You.
Meteorologist Bill Evans is off, and we got the lovely Amy Freeze with the holiday weekend AccuWeather forecast.
Good morning to both of you. I'm excited about the concert this morning. Of course, Love and War, Robin Thicke's new album's out, and Ellie Gold, she sings that song Lights. I just downloaded it on my iPad or iPod, so I've got her music as well. Anyway, temperatures are in the low 60s right now. You can see some damp roadway out there. You need your umbrella because we have some showers that you'll need to dodge this morning. Our temperatures will make it into the mid-70s this afternoon with some sunshine. Overall, this is a very warm and humid weekend, but today is actually the coolest day of the next 4 days that we've got around here. On Long Island, temperatures are in the low 60s right now. Some showers moving into western Long Island. It looks like the majority of the early showers will be over by about 10:30 this morning. Then we get a break, maybe some sunshine breaking through, and that could spark some more showers this afternoon. So on the radar right now, here are the showers pushing into central New Jersey, approaching Staten Island, and we'll see, well, you know, Princess Bay getting wet already, and then we've got some showers moving into into western Long Island, and these are going to be quick movers over 495 here in the next 30 minutes. And the Futurecast confirms all of this for us, that we get a break through the afternoon, especially for Long Island, maybe a stray shower through central New Jersey. Saturday looks like the best day. I think we get some sun early in here. Clouds will build in the afternoon. We won't rule out an isolated thunderstorm on Saturday afternoon. Then Sunday is mainly cloudy conditions. Once again, north and west, there is the possibility of some showers. The AccuWeather forecast, drizzle and showers today, giving way to the sun, 75 for the afternoon high. Tomorrow it's muggy, a mix of sun and clouds, 85. A very summer-like weekend for the unofficial start to summer. Here's the Memorial Day forecast, a high of 83 degrees, so pools, parties, picnics, it's all on. It's going to be a good one. The AccuWeather 7-day forecast shows our temperatures push even above the low 80s on Monday to 86 on Tuesday with storms possible. Then a front comes through on Wednesday, and that sort of cleanses out the atmosphere and takes us back to the cool 70s. But wow, what a warm weekend. Hot and steamy.
Very nice for the holiday. All right, thanks, Amy. Let's check in with Debbie DeHame again in Metro Traffic. Debbie.
And Lori, Ken, Amy, I just have to wish my mom a happy birthday.
Oh, yes,
happy birthday.
Mom.
Today's Mom's birthday. I know she's watching. She's always watching. So happy birthday, Mom. Love you a lot. Let's go right over to the maps and see what's happening on 70 eastbound, slowing down through Toms River by Whitesville Road. It's an accident. Up at the Tappan Zee Bridge, speeds down to 45 miles per hour because of the foggy conditions. And expect some delays here on the inbound BQE by Atlantic Ave with a crash. And over to the maps, if you're heading to the southern state, heavy traffic through Peninsula Boulevard. For Channel 7 Eyewitness News, I'm Debbie DeHame.
All right, Debbie, thank you. On the money this morning, world markets are struggling for gains this morning.
Many investors still worried about financial turmoil in Europe and China. On Wall Street, the Dow starts today at 12,529. NASDAQ Composite begins at 2839. Overseas, Japan's Nikkei average and Hong Kong's Hang Seng Index were each up slightly.
Governor Chris Christie says New Jersey will defy a federal ban and let people bet on football, basketball, and other games. A 1992 federal law limits such betting to 4 states, but Governor Christie says that if anyone wants to challenge him, they can sue. The governor says he'll win.
A classic New York City diner closing its doors tomorrow. Prime Burger in Midtown shutting down after 74 years. It opened as Hamburger Heaven in 1938 and became Prime Burger in 1964. The restaurant's owner says the building's new owners are evicting him because they have other plans for that space.
6:49, still ahead in Eyewitness News this morning. Can the way your baby is delivered have an impact on whether or not they become obese later in life?
That new medical research coming up. Stay with us.
Stay with ABC7 this morning, starting with Good Morning America. Then live with Kelly, Rachel Ray, The View, and Eyewitness News at noon. All right here, only on ABC7.
What would you do if you heard a Mormon woman confess this to her fiancé before they were married?
I slept with someone.
When their religion says no sex before marriage.
But you're tainted.
Would you say something?
You disgust me.
What would you do? Tonight at 9, followed by 2020 on ABC.
Let's say you need one of these. Or one of these.
Now is the time to buy during the Memorial Day sale at PC Richard & Son.
Get the largest selection of appliances at the guaranteed lowest prices.
Up to 20% off with up to 18 months financing.
Plus, you get all of them. That's our delivery and installation team.
And they make sure your new appliances are up and running perfectly.
Right now, get up to $200 in installation rebates on Whirlpool, KitchenAid, and Maytag appliances.
Nobody beats PC Richard & Son.
I think back when I was young and I asked my mom, what's for dinner? It was always about the meat. So when I think of families creating a dinner, it's always centered around the meat product that you're going to use. So what you'll get from Woodson & James is a consistent, high-quality beef. Always Angus, it's tender, it's juicy. I guarantee you, it will taste as good as any steak you've ever had. So if meat makes the meal at your house, then Woodson & James makes that meal that much better. Like we say, it's darn better beef.
It's the final week of Ashley Furniture Home Store's Memorial Day event. Get 10, 15, up to 20% off, or up to 60 months, no interest, and no money down. That's right, no money down. Or save up to 20%. Ends Monday only at Ashley Furniture Home Store.
Time is running out to get a Six Flags season pass. Go now for Nitro. Go again for 4 new rides and the all-new Skyscreamer. Buy 4 season passes and get a free season parking pass. Now more affordable with our new easy payment plan. Just 6 payments as low as $11.25 a month. But hurry, price goes up and free parking goes away after May 28th. Go big. Go Six Flags Great Adventure. When our billionaire mayor blew off the rules,
there's the mayor with his dog.
Only Eyewitness News took him on.
Mayor, it's closed on the weekend. There is a curfew.
And won.
The mayor will no longer use the heliport on weekends.
Channel 7 Eyewitness News. Investigations that get results.
6:52, welcome back. How you arrive in this world can have a big impact on your weight. A new study from Boston finds anyone born by C-section is more likely to be an obese child. The researchers say it could boil down to the bacteria in a woman's stomach, or newborn stomach, I should say. They say there's a difference between the bacteria in babies born by C-section and the bacteria in children who go through a natural birth.
A political debate gets violent in Ukraine. A brawl erupted in the parliament in Kiev yesterday over a bill that would make Russian the official language of the country. Fighting spread as opponents tried to stop the debate. Opponents say the bill would only aggravate relations between Russian and Ukrainian-speaking citizens. One legislator was taken to the hospital for stitches.
Wow. Well, Australian authorities are assuring swimmers it's safe to go back in the water, but a new video proves this is a shark-eat-shark world. Fishermen were about to net a blue shark they had caught about 500 feet off a popular beach. That's not your shark. Hold on a second. A great white came up and chomped it down in one gulp. That set off a savage tug-of-war for the tail end of the shark. The great white finally wore out the 2 fishermen who shot the video.
I guess so. This morning's top stories, including team coverage on what we can expect today in the Eitan Pate's investigation, coming up next.
I found the best cafe in the world. Nespresso, where there's a ground crew to match my every mood. Where just one touch creates the perfect cup. Where no one makes a better cappuccino, latte, or espresso than me. And where clothing is optional. Nespresso, the best cafe. Yours.
Trophies and awards lift you up, but they can also hold you back. Unless you ask, what's next? This is the next level of performance, the next level of innovation, the next RX, the all-new F-Sport. This is the pursuit of perfection.
Homicide of young people in America has an impact on all of us. How can we save these young people's lives? As a police chief, I have an opportunity to affect what happens in a major city. If you want to make a difference, you have to have the right education. University of Phoenix opened the door. My name is James Craig. I'm committed to making a difference, and I am a Phoenix.
Visit phoenix.edu to find the program that's right for you. Enroll now.
Some cheese slices aren't real cheese, but processed cheese product. Really. At Sargento, every single slice is real cheese because we take only 100% natural, authentic cheese and slice it. So when you make a sandwich with Sargento slices, you know it will be good. Really good. Sargento. Taste the real difference.
Looking at top stories in this morning, a suspect will be arraigned on second-degree murder charges in the notorious Eitan Pate's case.
Police say Pedro Hernandez of New Jersey was arrested and confessed to killing the boy who disappeared 33 years ago today. Investigators also say the recent publicity from the case generated a tip that led to his arrest. Eyewitness News reporter Marcy Gonzalez live in Lower Manhattan with the story. Marcy.
Good morning. On this, the anniversary of Eitan's disappearance, the suspect is expected to finally face a judge. This photo from Inside Edition's website shows Pedro Hernandez, who police say gave a 3.5-hour-long confession detailing how he killed Eitan while the 6-year-old was on his way to school.
How he lured young Eitan from the school bus stop at West Broadway and Prince Street with the promise of a soda. He then led him into the basement of the bodega, choked him there.
And Hernandez reportedly claimed that he then put Eitan's body in the trash. Again, Hernandez is expected to be arraigned here later this morning. We're live in Lower Manhattan. Marcy Gonzalez, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Thank you, Marcy. So who is Pedro Hernandez? He lives in Burlington County, New Jersey, and police say that he was not questioned back in 1979.
And Lisa Calagrassi's live in Soho with much more on the suspect at the center of this 33-year mystery.
And Ken and Lori, this brick building behind me is where the bodega used to be. It's now an eyeglass store. Pedro Hernandez worked and lived in the Soho neighborhood, West Broadway and Prince Street back in 1979 when Eitan Pates disappeared. About a month after the little boy's disappearance, that is when Hernandez moved on as well. He's been living in relative obscurity with his wife and college-age daughter in Maple Shade, New Jersey. Members of his family, though, still live in the Soho neighborhood, and police plan to re-interview them to try and get more details about the case. For now, we're live in Soho. Lisa Calagrassi, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Lisa, thank you. And be sure to stay with Eyewitness News, ABC News, and 7 Online for the very latest of the Eitan Pates case as Pedro Hernandez prepares for arraignment.
And police in Brooklyn hope that brand new surveillance video will help them catch a sexual predator. Shows a man accused of groping a woman in Park Slope early Wednesday morning. Police say that he crept up from behind the 22-year-old victim, touched her sexually, and then ran away. Detectives are trying to figure out if this case is linked to any similar incidents in the area last year.
This weekend marks the unofficial start of summer.
And it's a Memorial Day tradition. The Bethpage Air Show. Eyewitness News reporter Anthony Johnson's live at Republic Airport in Farmingdale. Anthony!
Hey, Lori. Hey, Ken. Private Anthony Johnson here. He is manning the 50 caliber look on one of these Greyhound vehicles. Of course, this is where the air show is going to be leaving from Blue Angels, hoping to do some test runs, some practices a little bit later on today, depending on the fog. 350,000 people expected to be at Jones Beach to watch that fantastic air show over the Memorial Day holiday. And if you happen to see a member of the military, salute them, show them some love. Happy Memorial Day, folks. That's the latest live. Anthony Johnson, Channel 7 Eyewitness News. Boom, 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 boom.
Careful where you point that, Anthony. Careful. Hey, he said show them. I think it means men and women. I've seen a lot of ladies in the military uniform.
Yeah,
so thank you, men and women.
Absolutely. Don't forget the ladies. All right, Debbie DeHave in Metro Traffic. Debbie?
And we salute all of them.
You bet.
Good morning, Ken and Laura. Good morning, everybody. Let's go to the map. 78 westbound ramp to the Garden State Parkway. It's an accident. You're still slowing down on the outbound BQE Atlantic Ave. Looks like a stalled vehicle. And going over to the webcam, Southern State, very heavy traffic eastbound through Peninsula Boulevard with an accident being cleared. For Channel 7 Eyewitness News, I'm Debbie Duhame.
Thank you, Debbie.
Amy.
It looks like it really is going to be a very summer-like Memorial Day weekend. Starting today, we've got mid-70s, and there are a few showers out there, but we'll see some major improvements for the afternoon. 75 with only a spotty shower. For Saturday, that's the best bet. 85, it's the warmest day of the weekend, and there's the least risk of a shower. Warm and humid with storms possible on Sunday. Monday, low 80s for Memorial Day. Then a front eventually gets in here for the middle part of next week, but until then, it's sticky. We got the muggies around here.
All right, thanks, Amy.
And that is the news for now. Ken Rosado.
And I'm Lori Stokes. Thanks for watching on this Friday morning. Good Morning America is up next. Have a great day, a beautiful weekend as well, and a good holiday.
Next live, Bill Paxton, Judith Light, and Seth Meyers.
Good morning, America. And breaking right now, a storm developing off the East Coast could be big trouble for the first big summer getaway. We could see Tropical Storm Beryl setting its sights on millions of beachgoers with high winds, rain, and riptides. Sam has the track.
Brand new details overnight on the break in the Eitan Pates case, who disappeared 33 years ago. The first pictures of the man now arrested and charged. His chilling confession cracking one of America's most famous missing child cases.
College student home invasion. Why did this 21-year-old walk into a multi-million-dollar home in the middle of the night? The homeowner's forced to shoot her in their bedroom. The dramatic scene all plays out on 911.
Yeah, she's in the house now. She's awake. She looks fine, but she's shot.
And free fall. The daredevil kayaker going one-on-one with one of the biggest waterfalls in America, taller than Niagara. Inside his wild ride, rolling in the deep. You have to see it to believe it.
From ABC News, live in Times Square, Friday, May 25th, 2012. This is Good Morning America with Robin Roberts and George Stephanopoulos.
Hello, everyone.